Hello, welcome to the Blackwater Lakesman channel, where here we talk about golf, bourbon, cigars, I don't care which order it is, and other things too. So today I just had to make a little video because I have a short tour that I did of the Barton Distillery when they were giving a tour, because they're no longer giving a tour. This may have been back in 2020, right when COVID was hit. They were shutting down everything when I was in Louisville, and just so happened, I got in on the Barton tour, but every other tour, everything was pretty much shut down, and now they don't even give the tour anymore. So I was looking back through some of my old videos and old files, and I have this tour on video. So I don't have a lot of video, and I have some pictures. That's the reason why I'm making this little introduction video, because it's not very long. And back at that time, I wasn't thinking about recording or doing anything. If you checked out my video that I did for Maker's Mark, I took a lot of pictures, a lot of videos, a lot of recording for Maker's Mark. It was easy for me to put out that video. This one, I had to do this little intro just to make it interesting. So 1792, the first one I ever drunk was a 1792 small batch. And a small batch is more popular. You can find this out anywhere. And the reason why I started drinking that is because we used to drink, buy some higher priced bourbons, me and my friend, and then we decided, hey, let's buy some bourbons in the $30 range and see what we can buy. And I'm gonna give him credit, my boy Marshall. He bought it over, tasted it, and I said, man, this is good. This could be an everyday drinker, and I really liked it. So I started looking into the other 1792s, and so the one that I like the most is here, the small batch. I got two of them here, but the small batch is the one I like the most. And some of these are used to be hard to find. Like the single barrel is the one that I like the most, not the small batch, the single barrel. The single barrel is, it was hard to find. And, other liquor stores are charging a lot of money to get it. Now it's coming back. I've seen some in our liquor stores here. I used to go to Fort Wayne and see them in Fort Wayne and other spots, but now I've seen a few in liquor stores here. I was in Nashville and bought a few in Nashville. Sure, they probably got plenty there, but I bought a few in Nashville. But this is probably my favorite pour. The bottle one bonded. I don't drink this too much, but I know the bottle one bonded. It's like when you go, they have, the stores used to have them, and they had their own barrels. So I used to pick up some different bottle one bondeds from different liquor stores, and they used to have their own barrels. But I think it may be a little different taste on which store you bought it. You bought it from, and they have so. So I haven't drunk this that much. I don't open these up as much, but it's a good pour also. And the one that I couldn't find for the longest, but it's popular around here now that you can't find, is the Foolproof. Now the Foolproof was the 2020. Let me see here. The Foolproof was the 2020 award-winning from the distillery, and this was and when I was down there, the crazy thing is, I took a picture of the billboard, and it had this on it. And it was probably 2 or so years later that I finally seen this here in my area, and I could buy it. And then when I went back and looked at my pictures, I told some of my friends, like, man, they were advertising this a while ago, and we just started getting on it. Like we're just getting on it, like 2 to 3 years later. We're finally getting it here, and it's popular around here, and we're finally getting on it. So this is a good pour. My friends really like this one too. So the Foolproof is good. So that's something good. One other thing I wanted to talk about just real quickly here is, as I was going through the website, they have the 1792 style. And it's something, this website is a little bit different to me because it talks about a lot of different things. It has cigars, cocktails, dining, fashion, home bar, style and travel, and it has cooking tips and maybe some of these other places do too. I'm not on all the websites. I'm on Maker's Mark every once in a while. But when I looked at this, I thought it was an in-depth of style. It really says style. And if you go to the website, it looks stylish. It looks good. So I just wanted to show a few of the 1792s from the Barton Distillery that you can buy. And another thing that I'm going to be doing in the future here, and I'm going to do this with my friend, is we're going to review this Kirkland. And I know people, when you go out to Costco, you find the Kirkland bourbon is cheaper and it's good. And you go once, you buy a couple bottles, you go back, you won't see it again. Like I find it every once in a while, I always go in the aisles and look for it. But one thing, this is from the Barton Distillery too. It's 92 proof. This is 93.7 proof on a small batch. That's why it tastes so good. It's coming out of the same distillery, a little less proof, but Barton does a good job on making bourbon. So that's why this one tastes so good. But I'm going to come back to this because we're going to do something. I'm going to bring my friend in and we're going to do a taste test and we're going to talk about, how this holds up to some of the other 1792s, and we'll bring in those too. So this is all I wanted to do, was to introduce the clip that I have of the Barton tour, and you'll see some of the clips. Make sure you visit the Barton website. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Blackwater Linksman channel. And peace, and I'll see you on the flip side. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you all for listening to me talk, and thank you all for tuning in to the Blackwater Linksman channel.